Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Kate Spencer. I'm the author of the 12 Lessons book series, which is a life-changing series of 3 novels and a companion guide called 12 Lessons Journal that you can buy online. And I'm also the founder of Life and Soul Academy, a membership club that helps people to live a conscious life in real life, to evolve, to heal, and to become their best selves. So, today I'm going to talk about weight loss and worthiness. I recently put a post on Facebook about exactly that, and I just simply asked the question as to whether people thought there was a link between weight loss and worthiness. And there was a big outpouring of agreement and comments and resonance with people. So I thought, yes, I'm not the only one. The reason this came up for me is because I recently lost quite a bit of weight, nearly 4 stone, so 3.5 stone-ish, and that took me just a matter of months to do. And let me tell you, I'm not sporty, I don't like exercise that much, and I'd had lots and lots of experience of failed diets until I got to the point where I really dialed in some strategies, some tools, and did the inner work that I needed to make some behavioural shifts. And I'm going to tell you about that now. So I had a series of life events that brought health and well-being into a really sharp focus for me. And I had an epiphany moment where I realised that if I wanted to live a happy, healthy life, then I really needed to take responsibility and lose some weight. So there was a moment where I saw myself in a mirror and I thought, oh wow, Kate, you really let yourself go. I was sick of wearing black all of the time. I was sick of being restricted to the kind of clothes that I could wear. I was always looking for something that I could pull over my tummy, that I could hide in. Everything in my wardrobe was navy blue, black or grey, which now I look back reflected the way that I felt about myself, and it also gave me an opportunity to hide away as well. And my life was very different then. It was a bit shameful carrying all of that weight. I felt ashamed because I felt like it was wearing failure, if you like. I was showing everyone that I wasn't doing well and that I wasn't doing my inner work and that I wasn't looking after myself and I didn't value myself. And a little caveat here, this is my story. If you are carrying extra weight and you're happy and you're confident and you've got an air of self-worth about you and you feel good about yourself and things are going well for you, that's great. I'm not judging anyone out there. I'm just talking about me and my story. So for me, it didn't feel right. For me, it felt like I was trying to help other people to live their best life and I was walking around with extra weight and not living my best life. And when I look back, I feel quite sad for that version of me because I felt like I was, as I said, a failure. The people were judging me when they probably weren't. It was myself that was my harshest critic at that time. But yes, it was a whole different life. So what changed? Well, as I said, I had life events that stacked up and I had this big epiphany moment. I saw myself in the mirror one day and thought, oh, okay, you really do need to do something about this. And it wasn't just that I felt that I looked as if I was wearing my trauma and pain and issues as extra weight. It was also about health. I'd started to feel like I had a bit of a niggle in my back. I was feeling breathless sometimes when I was going up and down stairs. I had less energy. I had less focus. All of the stuff that you get when you're carrying extra weight. I wasn't sleeping properly either. And I started to think that later on in my life, I'm going to regret this if I don't do something about it now. And again, this is me. It was a personal journey. It was the moment in time that I needed to do something about it. So I got loads of resistance come up straight away. Lots of resistance because I've tried diets before and I've tried eating plans before and they've worked to some degree, and then of course they didn't work. But did they not work? Really? I'm kind of thinking now, no, it was me and my behaviour, but I'm going to circle back to that in a minute. So I had a lot of evidence that I couldn't do this, and I did experience a whole load of resistance and reasons and self-talk that really, who are you to be trying this? What if you fail again? What if people judge you? What if you manage to lose a little bit and then you put it back on? All of that happened in my mind, and that was just resistance to trying again. And it was based on evidence that I had and real fear that I had, that I didn't want to let myself down, that I didn't want to look like an idiot, that I didn't want to try something and fail at it again. And my ego really wanted to keep me safe. It wanted to drag me back into that comfort zone and stop me from trying anything in case I got it wrong. And in terms of exercise, the biggest shame and humiliation and fear wave came at me when I started thinking about exercise and going to the gym, which even as I'm talking about it now, you can probably tell it pushed me massively out of my comfort zone. Because if you're overweight and you go to the gym and you try and exercise, or if you're overweight and you go for a walk or you go for a jog, for me there was a big fear about what will other people think, because you're doing something that you're clearly not very good at, that you're right at the beginning of the journey. I didn't have the right gear. I was going to be hot and sweaty and huffing and puffing like an asthmatic dog, and I was going to look a mess. I already had body image issues. I already had worthiness issues. So I was just setting myself up for loads more of that. So you can imagine a load of fear came up, and I know I'm rambling a little bit here, but just to tell you, I was really, really scared. So I had to have a word with myself about that as well. And finally, I did join a slimming club. Now, that was a great decision. And I joined Slimming World, and I definitely recommend it. It's a brilliant plan, and I took to it really, really well. It's very easy to integrate into your world and into your life. But a note about plans and what you eat. The thing is, what I've realised, yes, a bit of structure really, really helped me. And getting weighed every week really, really helped me because it kept me accountable. But actually, you know what to do. We all know what we should and shouldn't be doing. When you think about it, doing different diets and different plans and then not getting the result that you want can create some kind of evidence and pattern for you in your psychology and your mind that you don't know what you're doing, that you're a failure, that you're not capable, and none of that is true. So I certainly had programmed that into my mind, that I couldn't do this, that I needed assistance, that I needed a way, that I needed a plan. And as I said, the accountability and the structure did work for me. However, you do know what to do. We live in a digital age at the moment. Everything is a click away. You know that if you eat junk, you're going to feel bad. Same as me. You know that if you don't exercise and you eat a load of food that's very dense in calories, that you're going to gain weight. Same as I know. We know what to do. And when I got my head around that, yes, I appreciated the accountability and the structure. But what I realised was that I'd known what to do all of the time. It was about implementing it. It was about doing it. That was the difference that I needed to make. Because you can give anyone a plan, anyone an eating plan. You can give people a 7-day plan. You can give them an induction at a gym, write up a program, and it's about the implementation. It's about actually getting some verbs in there and doing it that's going to make the difference to you and that is going to move the needle on your life. And until you do that, you can try any plan out there and it's going to make no difference. So it was about actually doing it that was going to make the difference. So why hadn't I done it in the past? I started to really dig in with myself and ask myself some questions here, because it was pointless paying the money to go to a slimming club every week and to not actually be looking at the books, cooking the healthier recipes, taking the exercise. If I wasn't actually engaging with the process, then it was going to be a pointless exercise. So what did I need to do, and why did I get the results that I got? Well, I had to dig in and find out what my self-sabotage was. What was the resistance that I was experiencing between the weight that I was and the weight that I wanted to be? Because yes, I wanted to make the difference, but what was in that gap in the middle? And for me, it was very much about worthiness. It was very much about the fact that I had lots of evidence that I felt like I couldn't do it, and that I felt quite unworthy because I had a lot of unhealed wounds from the past. I had a lot of self-worth issues. I lacked confidence. I felt that I couldn't make good decisions. I felt like I wasn't capable. And none of that was related to weight, but all of that was related to my behaviour. So until I resolved that, I wasn't going to behave in different ways. And when I say behave in different ways, eat differently, exercise, look after myself, and engage in the process of getting healthier. So that was quite interesting. I really had to dig in and I had to heal the past in order to sort out my triggers, to allow myself to install new habits as well in terms of exercise, shopping, batch cooking, making sure that I had a different routine, stop making excuses that I didn't have time to exercise, because it's Project You, isn't it? If there's anything more important than that, let me know what it is in the comments, because I don't think there's anything more important. Your health, wellness, your mental health, your physical health, spiritual health as well, because there was an incongruence with me. I felt like my inner self and my outer self didn't match, and that created an incongruence that I was super uncomfortable with as well. So I had to get rid of all of that self-sabotage, and I had to do the work and do the healing. And also I had to find out my why. I had to really dial in why I wanted to do this. So remember that gap. I had to get in there and think, what am I doing about this? And for me, it was about health and wellness. And yes, there was a little bit there of there was shame and embarrassment about the fact that I was carrying the extra weight, and as I said, wearing that pain on the outside that everyone could see. But mainly it was about health. And I knew that if I got myself in better shape and if I started feeling better, that would be a happy side effect as well. So it was twofold for me. It wasn't all about the way that I looked, but it was about that as well. And again, you know, this is a really, really personal journey. So it depends on what it is that you want to achieve and what it is that's stopping you from achieving that too. So I really dialed in my why. Let me circle back to that. What do I mean about that? Why did I want to do it? And another part of it as well actually was about my daughter. I wanted to be a good example, and I also wanted to be around when she gets older and has her own family, and I want to be able to have enough energy and enough presence to be able to be a good grandparent as well. And I know you might be looking at this thinking that's years away. No, but 50 is looming. Yes, I have got makeup on today, although I am going to the gym, which is why my hair's all bubbled up and I look a bit of a mess. So yeah, but this is the only time that I had to do this video, so there you go. I'm not part of the airbrushed YouTube brigade, although maybe in the future, who knows. So yes, I wanted to be there for my daughter. I wanted to be a good grandparent. I want to be full of energy to do lots of adventuring type fun things as well. So part of my life story is that I'm now in a happy, healthy relationship. I just got married as well. And I want to be able to experience life, because for a long time I couldn't because of my circumstances. And to do that, I want to have enough energy to be able to do it. So there's everything to go for. It's like a whole new beginning for me. And let me tell you, the transformation in my life since I have lost weight has been immense. Absolutely immense. So I've recently been on holiday, on honeymoon, and sitting in on an airplane in a chair, on an airplane in a seat, was totally different. Now I'm lighter. I could get the tray down more easily. I had room to wiggle. I wasn't all hot and bothered. Even that was amazing. Never mind being able to wear swimwear on the beach. Yes, wrapped in a towel, because I still don't have great body confidence, but I'm working on it. wrapped on a towel until I got to my sunbed. Being able to wear different clothes as well on holiday was a massive transformation for me, and that was just a holiday. That's not my real life. So this will be my first Christmas coming up at kind of my target weight. I did put a little bit of weight on when I was on holiday, but that's coming off again. And as you can see, I'm going to the gym today because I've installed those good habits and because I'm taking action. So I'm looking forward to being able to wear something for Christmas and the festive season when I'm socialising, that I don't have to hide away and that I'm not having to huff and puff and pull over what, you know, I perceive to be a big tummy, because I don't have that anymore. And I'm so grateful that I've done this for myself. So yes, I hope that you've taken something from that. I know it's a very personal story, and again, not being judgy about anyone out there who's carrying extra weight. For me, it didn't feel great, but maybe, you know, you've got a whole lot more confidence than me, and maybe it's okay, and you're, you know, living into a different identity, and that's perfect. Or maybe this has struck a chord with you and you're thinking, yeah, I could really do with looking forwards and feeling healthier, like I have more energy, like I have more congruence, like I have more vitality, and also being able to look ahead and look at aging well. I really wanted to do that. I really want to age well so that I've got not only a longer life but a better quality of life, and I knew that that was based on health and fitness, certainly for me. So I hope that's helped. I've kind of gone right around the houses with that. Before I do go, I will say that one of the tools that I used, and if you've stayed this long and listened to the end, well done, because it's definitely been a bit of a ramble. One of the tools that I did use was meditation, and I'll put a link for a meditation in the comments that I've created about connecting with your future self, your ideal self, and that will assist you to line up with what it is you want to create, whether it is weight loss, whether it is more money, whether it is flow, better relationships, health, whatever it is you want to create. But meditation's a brilliant hack because it works a bit like hypnosis. It turns down your critical mind and it helps you to get into the operating system in your mind. It helps to install new beliefs and line you up with a new version of you, of your life, of the experience that you want, and starts to help you to run that as a reality. And that's when you can help yourself to install new beliefs, and when you can also help yourself to line up in terms of law of attraction. Okay, so I think I've talked for long enough now, and I obviously need to go to the gym as well. So yes, have a great day wherever you are. Please leave a comment for me and let me know what you think. Let me know where you are on your journey. I'd love to hear from you, and please subscribe. Okay, bye for now.